everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for the Grue Rume Show today, we got a very amazing guest, and he's an actor and a model from Israel. And I'm talking about Roy Reshef. I don't know if I said your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. I will have you say it when you come on. Roy was in a LGBTQ film called The Swimmers, and he was in a horror short called The Black Goat. And I'm really looking forward to talking to him about his film career, about his modeling career, and whatever else we decided to talk about. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Room. And my interview with Roy will be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Room. And as always, welcome to my nightmare. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming on the show.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, yes, definitely. So I see you do both. You model and you also act. So which one of them came first for you?
All right, good question. Actually, in high school, I was playing basketball. I thought that was a dream back then. And then modeling agency scooped me up. I'm still with them to this day. And so I started out modeling. And then as soon as I started working with cameras more and realizing I was confident there, I remembered when I was younger, I had like an actor dream. A lot of people maybe have those, but so I gave it up at the time, and then I got back to it, and then I tried it, and now I have both a modeling agency and an acting agency that work in unison, like together, to represent me.
Oh my God! Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now you live in Israel, right?
Israel.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it's great here. Well,
do they have like a big area for film and shoots and modeling shoots?
are you talking about like studios or anything?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
well, I guess we do. We have a few studios. I haven't really shot in them mostly because mostly we shoot our film and TV on location. We find locations, every production does, and then they do their thing. We don't really have like big studios that we can fashion like in the US.
Okay. Like, did you ever do any like filming in like California or New York or?
I wish, man. That's the goal. Hopefully I'll get there someday. No, not really, not at all.
Okay, hey, it's still early yet.
It is.
So,
That's
oh yeah, definitely. So I always heard about about living there, and like, is it like what kind of stuff is there to do, and how's the food there? Like I know that they got like Israeli food here in like where I live at Philadelphia, but probably isn't the same as actually being there.
It's not. And I actually don't know what would be better, 'cause I feel like also other foreign foods like Chinese or Italian, sometimes they're better abroad than they are at the home country, as I heard, or they're more tailored to the general mouth, and like, so in the same way, I feel like maybe that's what you're used to, and you might love it. But for us, it's like, yeah, if I ate Israeli food somewhere else, it would not go down. Which is, yeah, it'd be weird for me, probably different altogether.
What kind of food do you like eating? Like what kind of foods are your favorite?
Well, I guess I like the classics. Actually, I'm not a picky eater at all. I can eat anything you put in front of me. I try to eat relatively healthy, in keeping with my workout regimen and everything, just so it'd be enough protein and not too many carbs, to the usual.
Okay. Okay. Is there like a junk food or cheat food that you like eating?
Well, all of them, basically all the sweet ones. Yeah, the pizzas. I don't usually eat pizzas because it's like really like when I see a pizza, I go and think, well, there's literally nothing that I need in this dish. Like you eat a burger, you say, okay, that's meat, that's protein, that's
Well,
good.
yeah, exactly.
But a pizza is like, oh wow, that's really, empty of any nutritional value. So I don't often do, but I love it. I love pizzas, whatever, takeout, Chinese
Oh yeah.
takeout, everything. Walk, just give it to me.
There you go. There you go.
We have actually here in Tel Aviv, we have a very well-known problem as of late, especially since COVID, of ordering food through this app called Wolt. It's called Wolt.
Oh,
We have it here. It's like basically like Uber Eats, only just for
yeah.
food. and and so yeah, every time I'm feeling lazy, I'm just like, okay, just bring me the food, and that's how I empty my bank account regularly. What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
that sounds about right. That's that like you don't look when you want to eat and you said like you're lazy, you don't feel like going to the store. When you order through those apps, like you don't realize it when you're ordering, but then afterwards you do when you look at how much they took out. I mean, they charge like all these fees, like just to pick up the food and bring it to your house. Like you would order something for like $20, and but then if you would go there in person, you would only put out the $20. But then when they bring it to you, it goes up to like 40, and you're like, what?
Well, yeah, I guess for us it's just less complicated than it is for you guys, because I feel like in America the word tax is just something that's
Yeah,
so easy to put on everything.
it
Like,
is.
it's easy to use. So anything could be tax.
Yeah,
Like a tax for this, a tax for that, and from here to there it like doubled the price.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. It's crazy. It's like damn. I said, all right, next time I'm gonna get my butt up and walk. I said, I'm not paying double for a cheeseburger and French fries. And
Yeah, that's a problem.
yeah,
Just gonna
exactly.
through it. Just gonna have to live through it. Possibly make our own food. That
I
is,
know, right? Right,
yeah.
exactly. That would be like the easiest thing to do.
Doesn't seem that way at the time. Just
And you stay in amazing shape. Like I saw your stuff on the internet, and you're toned and cut, got the abs going. And so what do you do to stay in such amazing shape?
well, to be honest, I'm just thankful that I'm young right now, because my body can, regroup very fast. Like my muscle memory is on point. So I do get to points where I just feel like, well, I guess my workout regimen does make me feel like if I go a week without working out, it's way too much, and that's a good thing. But also, I haven't really been able to keep it very steady for long periods of time. There's always
Oh,
like a period that I really put in work, then a period where I let go a little bit. Depends on work, depends on a lot of things. And I feel like my, so far it's been working, but I need to like, up my habit game, that my habits will, be in tune with what I want to accomplish in this, yeah, in the
oh,
workout, sport world. So
yeah.
keep me up until it's, a few years down the road, 10 years down the road, it'll look pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you mentioned like before you start acting and doing photo shoots and stuff, like you played sports. Do you still play sports and watch them?
I definitely watch sport. I only actually watched the NBA actually.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, I mean, not I don't really take time to watch European basketball or Israeli basketball. Other sports I would watch, like soccer, I like watching, but I don't do it much.
Gotcha.
So much I do on my own is watch the NBA. I play basketball, here and there in the playground. I love that sport. I guess it's still kind of like very much embedded in me.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So beautiful, such a beautiful sport.
Oh no, it's great. I know, especially now. It's like the most exciting time of the year because now they're in playoff mode. So now you see like what teams go golfing and what teams go forward.
Yeah, actually, just today I watched an NBA game when it was like 3 a.m. over there. I woke up at my 10 o'clock and I watched. The like after it ended already. But I just, what I do? I wake up. I
Uh-huh.
don't. Course, I have half my hand on the phone screen, and I go into the NBA app and I press on the game and press watch now, all just like averting my eyes. And I just sit down first thing in the morning when I have time, obviously, and I watch the game. It was great.
Nice,
Except the
nice.
Warriors last night, which was kind of a bummer, but still.
Oh, is that team you like?
I don't know if I specifically like the team. I just really like Steph. And how could you not? He's such a great guy. And he's so specific. Like nobody's been able to shoot that way ever. That's crazy. And
I
it's,
know.
yeah.
Okay. Well, who do you think's gonna win it all?
That's a good question. I'm not, I don't follow too much to know all the tiny little details. But I think Phoenix probably, because that's what happens in the NBA. Like a team is very, very good, and then they get Kevin Durant, and then they win a title. That's how it works. That's like formula for winning titles as of late. Like a team is phenomenal, and then they also get Kevin Durant, and then they. That's what happens.
That's yeah, that sounds about right.
Maybe, and Paul deserves a ring, so let's just give him one. Just
Right.
he needs one.
So for your shoots, your photo shoots, like is there any gig that you had the most fun doing?
And you just mean in general or acting specifically
No,
or
just
modeling?
just
For modeling?
for modeling, yeah.
That's a good question. I guess I spent some time in Europe during fashion weeks, and just Europe in general is like a crazy fashion industry all
Nice.
around basically. So there I had like great shoots, great jobs. I remember one where it was a magazine thing. I don't even remember what it specifically was, but it was like very nice clothes. We went on this trip for like 3 days, the models and the crew, and we just went to great places in like the south of Italy somewhere.
Oh,
In a very
really?
good town. Yeah, it was amazing. The town was like, it's just an amazing experience to be there, to
Wow.
feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's somewhere I always wanted to go and see is Italy. I'm Italian, so I of course I want to go to Italy and see it.
You should. It's a great place. Some more than others. I guess Venice is a must, although I have never been, but I do hear that. Milan, on the other hand, if you're not on the, it's not fashion week, it's not modeling. I don't think there's much to do there. I haven't found it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty mundane.
Well, I know Rome is like
Yeah,
the
I haven't been.
place that like that's when you go to Italy to like that's where everyone travels to is like Rome and Venice because isn't Venice is the one where with you go on
With
the
the boat.
boat, right? The
Yeah,
water, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
yeah.
and, and what was like I was swimmer like your first role you ever had for acting?
Yes, it was.
Oh
It
wow.
was, yeah. I mean, what happened was actually, it's funny to recap. Um, the director knew my parents somehow
Oh,
and had me in mind. And I don't even remember how it got. I did the audition for the main role, the one Omer Perelman plays, and actually had a good audition. Like I was very confident. Like I felt good. I didn't even know how to act, so I probably didn't. Like it was probably all just me being misled by the situation. I mean, it was pretty good, but anyway, so after a few weeks, I think I got a call that they want me for a much smaller role. So my ego just jumped up and went, no, I'm not, no, that's no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be bummed out that I'm not the main guy. So I almost turned it down. Like I was gonna turn it down. Then my girlfriend at the time was like, what do you care? Like, just do it. And thanks to her, actually, I did it. And I just changed my mind. I called them and I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And that was an amazing decision. I can't believe that I almost gave it up, because that's where I fell in love fully with this profession. Like I saw it was being done, how it was being done, and I was just
wow. Okay. So for anyone who don't know about the film, can you tell us who you played in the film and what it was about?
yes, I can. So the film is about like basically an academy for young swimmers that they're all competing on the chance to represent Israel in an upcoming Olympics. So there's 5 swimmers. They're all competitive with each other. That's the that's the world you're entering, and that's the whole movie. There's no like before, no after. It's just the span of them being in that camp until the competition starts. And yeah, so the main guy, Omer, is he's like an in the closet
Yeah.
guy, very very competitive. So he's very much into winning. And then when he gets there, he meets this guy who is also not me. I was very much a side character for my first project, but which was fine. I guess it would succeed much better because I still had no idea what to do as an actor. So I just couldn't, watch it from the side. So they kind of like have a romantic thing going, sort of. But the other boy's not sure, and it like drives the main guy insane. And at the end, well, I'm not gonna tell you. And but I just played one of the swimmers who was just like the youngest, and he's like not super confident about his place. And I mean, there wasn't really much acting
Oh,
riding on me. I did my things, like my process with myself. I did do some things. Still, again, didn't know really what to do, but I did like try. But that wasn't really the thing for me. The thing for me was seeing an actual set and how it
well,
worked.
yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
it is unmatched. Like to be on a set filming TV or film, it's wow. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, because like you were saying, you I mean, when you're on set, you got a lot of time because I did like a couple things with acting too, and you just sit there for like hours at a time. So when you're doing that, you watch what the main actors are doing, and you see what they're doing and their mannerisms, the way they act, talk, and you pick up on that for like your next role.
Yeah, and that's actually funny that you say, because I did like actually watch the conversations between Omer, the main guy, and the director, and how they had like a back and forth about the character, and I envied that so much. Like, because I can come up to him, oh, is he disappointed in this scene, or is he laughing? Like, I didn't have any range. Like the character is not too important to the movie.
Yeah.
So I remember just really wanting that meet that, yeah.
Well, it did lead to other stuff because I saw that you were part of a television series too, and the the policeman's
Yeah.
daughter. So how was your experience like on that show? Because you were in more than just one episode. Like you were in a lot of it.
Actually, yeah, I was a lead character,
Yeah.
a series, and it was amazing. I think I remember my first week of shooting. I did my best and I worked so hard and put in the hours at home after shooting to prepare for the next day. I went to sleep, try to keep my sleeping hours proper and
Hmm.
everything. But on set, I was just, it was hard. I didn't know how to approach it. And then the work, it was all surprising and all very new. And as we kind of went along and you get to know the character more and more through literally shooting it, because there's an amazing aspect to not theater, to television and film, as opposed to theater, is when you're done with the scene, done shooting it, then it's gone forever. It's just
Yeah.
the editor problem now.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's an amazing aspect of doing film or television. And so, but it does give you the understanding that once you've done a few, shooting days with a character, that's how the character is represented now.
Mhm.
So you kind of
Mhm.
have to go off from and your own feelings from that time you acted. So I guess you just gain more confidence in you and the character together. And so it got easier. And but and then we did a second season and it was like, just saying, going back and forth over the lines and situations. That's what basically changed. But I knew the guy, like I knew the
Well, yeah.
person. Yeah, that was great.
So like from going from like swimmers where you just like you only have a couple lines and you watch like the main actors, was there pressure now to actually be the main guy?
There was big pressure, and yeah, I think that first week I didn't handle it very well because it's long hours. And what you have to know about this is like categorized as a teen TV show. We have like a whole genre that's
Yeah.
it's like Disney Channel stuff. It's
Yeah.
like what they so so in that sense, you're shooting like just a dozen scenes a day just for you, and the other guys are shooting more. And the whole production is shooting like, yeah, like 20-25 scenes a day, which is like insane pace. Like it's you get a few takes and just you move along. And that's scary, especially as a starting actor. You're just like, it's all right, it's gone. We just did it. But it's great. It's great training. First for remembering lines and scenes, and knowing what happens when. And yeah, just being able to work at that pace. Because
Mhm.
I remember once I did projects where it slowed down a little bit, then I was like, I was almost irritated with scenes that took more than like an hour. I was like, what? It's done. But I actually now, with all the perspective I have, I do prefer to like perfect a scene than to do a bunch in a hurry.
Okay.
Definitely better. Like there's no there's no question.
And I'm a big horror fan. I mean, I'm sure you could tell with Chucky in the background. And I saw you were part of a horror short and the Black Goat. So, what did you like most about being in a horror film?
Well, I liked, first of all, the director, who is like he it was he's now finishing his degree in film.
Okay.
Or did he finish already? He finished. He finished. Sorry. Anyway, he's a very driven guy. Like one of those directors that have the director mentality,
Exactly.
like and very like derivative of like uh it's funny because when I try to remember a very well-known name, it never comes up. But it's like the Quentin Tarantino. There
Oh yeah.
the most well-known one, and it just escapes my mind. Anyway, so he's very like he loves him. So everything was just so um so like what's the word? Like so blunt. Everything was so blunt, and I love that. Like nothing was apologetic. Just like there's a scene there where he wanted, because it's like a God thing. Like that's the
Yeah.
premise of
Yeah.
and there's like a scene where it's supposed to be raining blood, and it rains blood. And what they did is they made fake blood. They sprayed us in the cold with the fake blood. But you don't even feel the cold, because as soon as you start shooting, it's like just you're in it. And also just like gross stuff. And the whole story was like creepy and bizarre. And I just love that. I love the courage to make the story your own and not
Yeah.
to. That's another thing. I've done a lot of student films by now, and I've done 2 TV shows actually, and 2 main roles. Like the dream, just doing TV shows.
Yeah.
Teen TV shows, they're like, yeah, they're capped at like censorship, very high censorship, what you can and can't talk about. It's not even for adults, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And even those this adult content is also, censored so much. There's something about doing a student film which just indicate it's not censored at all. It's
Exactly.
just the director's vision. And not only that, they're so passionate, and the whole set is so passionate about film. No, they don't know the profession as well as, professionals who've worked in the industry for 40, for 20 to 40 years. But
Oh yeah.
those professionals are also like, tired. Like if it's a cameraman or a grip or a gaffer or whatever, they're all like, that's their job. And the directors too, sometimes. There's something about just forget all the knowledge that you need to have on set for a second, and just the vibe of doing something with, young hearts who just like are so excited about the art of it all.
Yeah.
It's inspiring, and it's like a different experience altogether. It's amazing to see how much they, how much they care, because in other projects they care, but it's like in a different, I
Yeah.
guess more
A different way.
more, relaxed way. But yeah, I guess there's something about student films. It's just so freeing, you know. So
Well, yeah, because like you don't have that pressure from like a major studio, so you could just be free and do whatever you want.
yeah, and you as me as an actor, we get an opportunity to just go for it, and it's
Exactly.
yeah.
And was there a scene from the Black Goat horror short that you like filming the most?
Well, at my death scene, obviously, yes, I love that. It's not really because it's just, but it involves an attack dog. That's like the scene, and they brought an attack dog, and there
Oh,
was a scene where like a trainer had like a full suit, like body armor suit, and the dog would just attack him, and they have like really close shots of the dog biting his, with my shirt on it, like his part of the suit. And it's crazy, and it looks good in the film somehow. Like they cut away very good so it would look believable. But like in that moment, so when the dog attacks me, I'm supposed to act as if he attacks me when it's my shot, when you see me, and just,
oh,
and that was so fun. I screamed. It was in the middle of the night we shot, and it was somewhere secluded, like a park, a big park that's basically a forest at some places, in some
yeah.
areas. And just screaming and scratching and, rolling around on the floor, just imagining dying, like really being there. Like this is, wow, just talking about it gets me all. It was so, so special for me, that scene, to shoot after even. It was like, whoa, it's like very intense.
Oh wow, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, wow, it was so fun.
Nice. And do you like watching any horror movies? Like, what are some horror films you like?
To be honest, I don't usually do.
Oh, okay.
Remember watching like one of the Poltergeist
Yeah, yeah,
films.
yeah.
Good, they're pretty good. Because for a horror film to work for me, I need it to be so well written. Because a lot of like you know, horror films are revolving around, jump scares and like
Well,
getting
yeah,
the
of course.
so the audience walks out of the theater like, oh, that scared me. And that's one thing. And I don't really appreciate that because for me, it will never get all the way through to me because I'm like, even if I'm like startled, I'm not like, I'm not, it's not real. It's
That's
nothing
true.
is real. We're going to be fine. And so I guess I like horror films that are more creepy and have a good story, like ghosts and like stuff
Mhm.
that unknown but I don't usually watch them because I usually get out disappointed because they're all about jump scares and like, yeah.
True. Like mostly the newer ones. Like if you watch like the old horror films, like the 80s and 90s, like horror movies, like it relies less on the jump scares and more of the actual horror.
To be honest, the best movies in history are 90s or late 80s movies. Just true. Also, early 2000s, maybe a few. I mean, but I feel like that's the best era of film
Oh
in
my
general.
god, yeah. Like the doll, the killer doll I got over
Wow.
here, Chucky. And like those films, they really didn't rely on jump scares. Like you were really afraid of this killer doll that was trying to run after you and kill you.
Shining is amazing.
The
I
Shining, yeah, that's a perfect
last
perfect
time I watched,
horror movie.
but it's amazing. It's so
It
well done.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack Nicholson is a psycho in that.
He's just such a good actor. It's crazy. He's crazy. Yeah.
I know. And, what kind of music are you into? Like what do you like listening to?
That's a good question. Actually, now I'm very diverse. Like I usually like to hear people that are singing well,
Yeah.
but I did grow up solely on Eminem. Like
Oh
that's the
yeah.
would listen to. I don't actually own headphones now. I know it's weird, but I don't. But when I did, that would be the only thing playing because
Wow.
figured for me in music, like if you take all the elements of music and you try to like combine them and you
Mhm.
try to measure the perfect musician, then I'm like, it's Eminem, guys. Like you got Queen, they're
Oh my
probably
god, yeah.
like it's like, okay, but like Eminem is like the best at music because it's not only like lyricism to me, it's the best beats, it's the best meaning behind those lyrics. And then he
Exactly.
also rhymes every word with every other word. And he like musically just rides the beat exactly where he needs to. And he did all the genres of music within rap, like rock and
Oh,
trap.
I know. I know.
Like to me, he's just the best at music. Like if you
Okay.
for the best guy at music, that's just Eminem.
Okay. No, he's one of the best. Like that yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. No, to me it's like wow, every time I listen to a song I'm also like you know I'm amazed again at this.
Oh yeah.
I'm astonished. It's really insane.
So if you were at a bar doing karaoke, would you sing an Eminem song?
Oh, I would, and I would bring that actually I just did this uh there was a party at like an old co-worker's house, and just so many people were there, and it just open house basically.
Yeah.
And a group of rappers walked in and started doing verses with their sound system, like, yeah, put on a beat. And they started like ripping freestyles. And
Okay.
freestyles. I like freestyles. Me and my friend do them sometimes, but
Oh,
I was
nice.
enough. I didn't want to like take the spotlight in order to just, mumble and like get nervous. So I said, okay, maybe I just should just stick to what I know. And when like people laid off the mic a little bit because it was intense. Everybody was grabbing at the mic very intensely. But I did do the last part of 8 Mile when I had the chance. So everybody from the 313, yeah,
Oh
that
my
part,
God, that's awesome.
so into it. And I did like I picked out a guy, that one of the rappers, and I was like dissing him instead of like when Eminem is dissing the
Oh
other
my
guy.
God, I love it. Yes.
So good.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my God, nice.
I know it was yeah, I'll remember it forever.
And, and do you have anything coming up that you would like to plug or talk about? Like any film, TV, modeling?
Well, I will, because you've given me the opportunity, so thank you. So for one thing, there's the other show that I did called Exceptional,
Hmm.
uh, Yuchedet here in Israel, which I'm pretty sure some Mexican channel bought. So through your channels, guys. Everyone just look for it. And we're having a second season for the Policeman's Daughter. We're having a third. And I'm right now shooting a web show, an independent one for Torah Live website. If you've heard of it, it's for American Jews. Basically, that's the audience, and we're doing something really cool about doing. It's like doing good. That's the message. Like 3 boys that meet and want to start a revolution of doing chesed, doing good. So
Oh,
the very exciting thing that I'm working on at the
oh
moment.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Like, did you make it and write it, or you're just that? Oh,
I,
okay.
I reached out to me, and through another student film that I did, the director from there is she works at the production, and she just contacted between the two of us, and that was very lucky for me because I'm
Oh
now
yeah.
the yeah, it's crazy. It's great.
Sweet, sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
See, you were disappointed you didn't get the lead for the swimmers, but now look at what you're doing now. You're always playing the lead in TV shows and web shows and getting getting killed by getting killed in horror films and
Oh, don't. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we're coming up. We're coming up. That's a good.
definitely, yeah. So where can fans follow you at?
Well, you could write. Well, I'll tell you this now. I'm very bad at posting, but if you guys are interested, I do post once in a while. The important stuff you will know about. I promise. Like the important stuff I put on there. It's my Instagram account. It's RoyReshef, Roy Reshef. Not too complicated. Please follow me. Followers.
So no TikTok or OnlyFans or anything like that.
I'm so bad at it. And people have told me, like, I got really close to getting auditions for jobs they really wanted. People just told me straight up, how you don't have a TikTok account. That's unheard of. Like, how can you afford that to yourself? Those people have so much more followers than you. It just makes sense. And I was like, but I can't. Like right now, I can't. I guess I can get over it as well. And maybe just open a TikTok account, see where it takes me.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just even too much, I don't like even posting on Instagram too much because it just puts me in a loop of like, am I crowd pleasing? Am I doing me?
Hmm.
Doing me and crowd pleasing are never the same in my eyes. Like things I just want to post for fun are never crowd pleasing. It's like I'm having a hard, and I see like my peers, actors my age, they're so good at it. And it seems like they're really enjoying themselves. And I'm like, how? how do you do this? Like, I've never had the instinct to just pull out my phone and be like, hey guys, so today I'm doing this and that. No, I'm just gonna go do this and then that, and
then post it.
I'll catch you sometime, guys. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not really natural for me.
Yeah.
All your followers follow me. I will make an effort to do more. I promise.
There you go. Okay. Hey, TikTok is, I mean, I don't, I'm on it, but I hardly ever post, but that's the place, like, that's where everyone watches. Yeah, if you want to get a following, like, that's the place to be at.
I don't even, I don't want to get the following, like the followers. I literally just want to get jobs. Want to be important enough to get jobs, and the like the casting agents, they just look at it and then go, nah. That's what I imagine. Like, that's not enough followers. That's not enough crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
What can I do? And play the game a little bit, but it's hard. It's hard for me, really.
Well, it seems like you're doing good now. I mean, you don't have a TikTok page, but you're still getting the lead roles, so you're doing something right.
Thank you. I suppose that's true, and I'm not really complaining as well. I'm frustrated with the social media game. Not really. Yeah, I haven't really figured it out yet.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your. See, I keep saying day because that's what I'm in, the daytime. Thank you for taking time out of your night and joining me for the show. And it was really nice meeting you. You're awesome.
You are awesome. I've had such a great time, and thank you for having me. Still kind of, I guess, still light out. So you were good. And yeah, thank you. It's just fun. Just a fun time.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I like doing. I like having fun. Like, when I do interviews with people, I like asking them different stuff, and just like a good vibe. That's what I always try to find when I'm doing it, like a good vibe.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main that's what you should look for in an interview, because first and foremost, it should like be fun for us to do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and the crowd pleasing comes after that.
That's true. That's true. And yeah, definitely, like, when season 3 comes out of your show and anything else, if you ever want to come back on, I'm more than happy, because like I said, you were really fun.
Yeah, you are too, man. Let's be in touch about that.
Definitely, buddy. Definitely. Yes.
Yes.
Well, have a great rest of your night. Whatever you decide to do, have fun.
Order food. I'll order food. Yeah.
Okay.
Productive day now.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.